In 2025, a software engineer from San Jose sold his one-bedroom apartment for $620,000. He moved to a four-bedroom house in rural Japan. He paid $11,000 for it. He is not retired. He is not unusual. He is one of several hundred Americans who made the same calculation last year and arrived at the same answer. Today, we are covering 10 towns across rural Japan where Americans are actually landing. What they cost, what works, and what the relocation brochures quietly leave out. Every town on this list has documented foreign resident activity. Let's break it down. Yakuji, Okayama Prefecture.
Yakuji is the kind of town that does not know it is being watched, and that is exactly why it is worth watching.
At its peak, Yakuji was a prosperous post town on the old Sanyo Highway. Rice farming, steady work, a community that did not need to advertise itself. Then, the highway moved. The trains rationalized. The young people left. What remains is a preserved historic street, a shrinking tax base, and a property market that California buyers have to read twice to believe. Picture this. You are walking Yakuji's main street at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. Wide, stone-paved, almost empty. A woman sweeps outside a hardware store. A car passes. You have been walking 6 minutes and seen 4 people. In the window of the house next to the hardware store, there is a handwritten sign. The house is available. There is no price on the sign. According to the Statistics Bureau of Japan's 2020 census, Yakuji's population is approximately 12,800, down 22% from 2000. A Kia bank listing start at $4,000, with renovated properties ranging $18,000 to $45,000. Fixed asset tax runs $300 to $600 per year. The nearest hospital is in Ibarra, 18 minutes by car. NTT fiber is available in the town center. Okayama Prefecture's relocation subsidy program offers up to $19,000 for qualifying households, according to the prefecture's official migration bureau. What nobody tells you is that the Akiya process is slow, not hostile, just slow. One American who relocated here wrote on ER/Japan Life that it took 7 months from first contact to keys in hand, not obstruction. 4 family members needed to sign. 3 lived in Osaka. The property had been vacant 11 years. Everyone agreed it should sell. Nobody had done the paperwork. That is not a Yakuji problem. That is a Japan problem. It will happen almost everywhere. Yakuji is for the person who has already spent a year learning basic Japanese and understands that buying a house here is a project, not a transaction. Not for anyone expecting to move in 6 months. The next town's price goes lower, and the government is more openly desperate.
Sawano, Shimane Prefecture.
They call Sawano Little Kyoto. The people who live there have stopped finding it flattering. The town built its reputation on a preserved samurai district, castle ruins, and a stream full of wild carp. Tourism was the economic engine. Then the pandemic arrived, the visitors stopped, and the marginal restaurants in Ryokan that were keeping things moving went under. What is left is 7,200 people, serious architectural beauty, and a cost of living that, for a Californian, feels structurally wrong. Picture this. You are at the carp stream at dawn. The fish are enormous, older than anyone in the nearest building, moving slowly in water you can see through completely. Behind them, white-walled storehouses line the street. On the hill above, the castle ruins disappear into mist. You check the train schedule back to Hiroshima. Next departure in 2 hours 40 minutes, you put the phone away. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Sawano's population is 7,200, down nearly 30% from 2000. Akiya listings start at $3,500. Move-in-ready properties range from $22,000 to $60,000. Fixed asset tax runs $400 to $800 per year. The nearest emergency hospital is in Masuda, 35 minutes by car. NTT fiber is available in the town center. Rail connections via Ogori place Hiroshima at roughly 2 hours. The honest tension. Sawano has been attracting newcomers for years and has quietly developed a 2-tier social dynamic. An American resident described it in a blog post as a town where people are polite to you forever and close to you never. That is not hostility. It is social structure. It moves on its own timeline.
Sawano is for the retired couple who want to live inside a landscape painting and are genuinely fine with 2 hours to a city. Not for anyone who needs to feel socially embedded within the first year. The next town has a government that is openly paying people to arrive, which changes the negotiation entirely. Higashiyuzumo, Shimane Prefecture. Shimane Prefecture has been losing people for so long it has stopped pretending the problem is temporary. Higashiyuzumo sits on the eastern edge of Shimane, near Lake Nakaumi, close enough to the regional city of Matsue that infrastructure questions resolve faster than in fully isolated municipalities. The town merged with Matsue in 2011. It does not have Sawano's beauty. It has something more practical, a real city nearby, and a local government that has been writing subsidy checks since 2015. Picture this. You are in a grocery store on a Saturday afternoon. Families doing weekly shopping. An older man studying the fish counter in no hurry at all. The prices are in yen on cardboard signs. A bag of rice is $6. A whole fish is $4. You do the conversion twice because the first result does not seem right. It is right. According to 2020 census data, the Higashiyuzumo area holds approximately 15,000 residents within the Matsue boundary. Open market homes list from $35,000 to $90,000. A Kia listing start at $9,000. Fixed asset tax runs $600 to $1,200 per year. Matsue City Hospital is 15 minutes by car. Fiber is available throughout the municipality. The regional relocation subsidy reaches $27,000 for qualifying families, according to Shimane Prefecture's 2025 migration documentation. The subsidy has a 5-year residency requirement. Leave before 5 years, and you repay a prorated portion. One American family who moved here in 2022 left after 18 months for reasons unrelated to Japan and repaid approximately $11,000. The subsidy is real. So is the clock. Higashiyuzumo is for the family that wants functional suburban life, schools, hospitals, stores, at a fraction of California pricing. Not for anyone who cannot commit to a 5-year horizon. The next town has no subsidy, but no residency requirement either. Kami, Hyogo Prefecture. Kami is doing something most Japanese municipalities are too proud to do, being honest about what it needs. Northern Hyogo, ringed by forested mountains, bisected by the Maruyama River. The town has lost nearly 40% of its population since 1980. Its official relocation page says plainly that Kami needs working-age people, that farmland is going unworked, and that the town is prepared to make it worth their while. That directness in Japanese bureaucratic communication is itself a signal. Picture this. You are on a cedar plank bridge over the Maruyama River in October. The water below is clear enough to see the stones and the shadow of a fish. A man is fly fishing downstream, alone, unhurried. The mountains behind him are just beginning to turn. Your phone shows 1 bar. It is enough. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Kami's population is approximately 10,800. A Kia listing start at $5,500. The town also offers farmhouse rentals at $250 to $400 per month with a purchase option. Fixed asset tax is typically under $500 per year. The nearest hospital is in Toyohashi, 40 minutes by car. Fiber is in the town center. Outlying areas use mobile broadband. Rail to Himeji takes approximately 80 minutes, connecting to the Shinkansen toward Osaka. The friction is that 40-minute hospital drive. One American here described it as the thing we think about now that we didn't think about when we moved. He did not say it was a mistake. He said it changed how they think about the decision. Know which of those you would be before you sign anything. Kami is for the remote worker or small-scale farmer who is physically healthy and honest about what a 40-minute hospital drive means in practice. Not for anyone with a condition requiring frequent care. The next town is more accessible, and sitting on a coastline Californians have no business affording. Kihoku, Mie Prefecture. Kihoku does not market itself. The coast does the work. Northeastern tip of the Ki Peninsula, Mie Prefecture. Forested mountains dropping into a Raya coastline. Inlets, fishing harbors, water clear enough to see the bottom at 6 meters. The fishing industry that built this town has contracted. The population, which peaked near 20,000 in the 1960s, is now below 9,000.
The houses left behind by that contraction are available. Some of them face the water. Picture this. You are on the deck of a house that has been empty 4 years. The deck faces a narrow inlet directly. At low tide, you can hear the water on the rocks below. A fishing boat crosses the inlet slowly. The house needs work. The kitchen is 1970s. The bathroom needs full renovation. The view needs nothing. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Kahoku's population is 8,600, down 35% from its 1980 peak. A Kia listing start at $5,000. Waterfront-adjacent properties in need of renovation have listed between $15,000 and $38,000, according to the Mie Prefecture housing portal. Fixed asset tax runs $500 to $1,000 per year. The nearest full hospital is in Owase, 30 minutes by car. Mobile broadband serves most coastal areas. Rail via transfer places Nagoya at approximately 2 hours. The risk on coastal Akia is salt damage. A property listed at $18,000 was independently assessed and came back at $65,000 in structural repairs, primarily foundation timbers compromised by salt air. The assessor said it was still worth buying at that total, but the buyer needed to know the number before deciding. Always commission an independent inspection. The town's assessments are not adversarial, they are incomplete by design. Kihoku is for the buyer who wants to wake up to moving water and will do the structural work honestly, not for anyone who skips the independent inspection to save $500. The next two towns change the basis of the calculation entirely. Nishiwakura, Okayama Prefecture. Nishiwakura is a village of 1,500 people being watched by urban planners across Japan. Whether that is a good sign depends on how you feel about pilot programs. 15 years ago, the village decided not to accept decline passively. It recruited young entrepreneurs from Tokyo, built co-working infrastructure before that was common in rural Japan, and launched a business incubator that has produced working enterprises in forestry and outdoor recreation. The population has stabilized, not reversed, but stopped falling. In rural Japan in 2026, that is its own kind of achievement. Picture this. You are in a co-working space that used to be a village meeting hall. Exposed cedar ceiling. 3 other people in the room. One on a hushed video call, one writing in a notebook, one staring at the mountain through the window solving a problem that has nothing to do with the view. The Wi-Fi is fast. The coffee is $1.50. According to village records in the Statistics Bureau's 2020 data, Nishiwakura has approximately 1,450 residents with a stable trajectory since 2015. The village matches incoming residents with properties directly, ranging from $12,000 for structures needing work to $75,000 for renovated homes. Fixed asset tax runs under $400 per year. The nearest hospital is in Tsuyama, 35 minutes by car. Fiber internet is available village-wide. An early infrastructure investment now complete. The honest version, Nishiwakura has a social identity that comes with its revitalization success. It is a village of people who chose to be there intentionally, and there is subtle pressure to participate in that intention. One American resident described it positively. Everyone here actually chose to be here, so the community functions. Another described the same quality as feeling like a startup culture. Not everyone fits. Both observations are about the same place. Nishiwakura is for the remote worker who wants community built around intention and is willing to contribute to a place, not just live in it. Not for the person who wants to be left alone. Not for anyone fleeing California more than choosing Japan. The last town has no program, no community identity, and no particular desire to be discovered. It costs almost nothing, and that is the more honest offer. Mihara, Hiroshima Prefecture. Mihara is 2 hours from nowhere important and priced accordingly. That is the entire pitch, a port city on the Seto Inland Sea. Once a regional hub, ferry connections, light industry, a castle on a harbor island that gets photographed and largely ignored. The industry rationalized. The young people moved to Hiroshima. What remained is a city of 90,000 with hospitals, supermarkets, a functioning downtown, and a housing market that does not make sense by any California scale. Picture this. You are in a 4-bedroom house on a hillside above the Sato Inland Sea. Fully functional. Working kitchen, updated bathroom, gas line intact. Through the rear window, the sea sits between 2 hills. Islands in the middle distance. A freighter moving slowly left to right. The listing is $58,000 on Sumo. You refresh the page because you think you typed the wrong currency. You did not type the wrong currency. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Mahara's population is approximately 91,000, declining slowly from 103,000 in 2000. Standard homes list on Sumo between $35,000 and $130,000. IKEA bank listings from Hiroshima Prefecture start at $7,000. Fixed asset and city planning tax combined runs $900 to $1,800 per year. Mahara City Hospital handles emergency and specialist care, 12 minutes from most residential areas. NTT fiber is available citywide. The Sanyo Shinkansen stops in Mahara. Hiroshima is 19 minutes. Osaka is 90 minutes. Mahara is not trying to attract foreigners specifically. The international support infrastructure is thinner than in towns with active programs. One American who bought here in 2024 hired a bilingual agent from Hiroshima, paid $2,000 for that service, and called it the most useful $2,000 in the entire process. That cost is not optional. It is the price of doing this without a hand-holding program. Mahara is for the American who wants a functional city, a sea view, a Shinkansen connection, and is willing to navigate the process without the town guiding them. Not for anyone who needs a structured relocation program. The next town has been making something for over 1,000 years, and the houses around that thing are going for less than a used truck. Bizen, Okayama Prefecture. Bizen has been famous for one thing for 1,000 years and has no plans to change. The neighborhoods around that thing have stopped being able to afford to wait. Bizen pottery, unglazed, fire-marked stoneware that looks like it was made by the earth rather than by a person, is one of the 6 ancient kiln traditions of Japan. The market for traditional ceramics has softened. The apprentice pool has thinned. The residential streets surrounding the kiln district are generating IKEA faster than the town can absorb them. Picture this. You are in someone's backyard at dusk. A kiln the size of a shipping container is built into the hillside behind the house. It has not been fired in 2 years. The potter who built it is 81 and has no successor. 3 bedrooms, a workshop, a garden, a ceramic collection the owner does not know what to do with. The property is listed for $27,000. The kiln is included. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Bizen's population is approximately 30,000, down from 37,000 in 2000. Standard homes list between $40,000 and $110,000. IKEA listings from Okayama Prefecture start at $8,000. Fixed asset tax runs $800 to $1,500 per year. Bizen City Hospital is 15 minutes from most residential areas. NTT fiber is available citywide. The Akko line connects to Okayama in 40 minutes. From Okayama, the Shinkansen places Osaka at 45 minutes. The honest friction, the path to genuine ceramic apprenticeship, not a class, real transmission of technique, takes years of relationship building that cannot be shortcut by money or enthusiasm. An American ceramicist who moved here in 2020 said she is closer to that now than when she arrived. She used the word closer carefully. Bizen is for the craftsperson or the Osaka commuter who wants a real house within train distance of a major city and does not need the town to cater to them. Not for the hobbyist expecting a month of pottery classes to open doors. The next town is on the water, and the price for the water is lower than it has any right to be. Mino, Gifu Prefecture. Mino has been making washi paper since the 7th century. The town looks like it has been waiting since then for someone to notice the houses. Situated along the Nagara River in Gifu Prefecture, Mino built its economy on high-quality paper used in shoji screens and official documents across Japan. That industry still runs. There are working paper workshops, and some will hire you if your Japanese is functional enough. What surrounds the Heritage District is a grid of older residential streets, vacant storefronts, and a price-to-quality ratio that registers wrong on first rate. Picture this. You are inside a vacant townhouse 2 blocks from the Heritage Strip. 90 years old, floors solid, roof repaired in 2018. The town's inspection record says so, and it is public. Light comes through shoji screens into a back room facing a small garden. The garden has gone wild. A persimmon tree in the corner is producing fruit nobody is picking. The town official showing you around apologizes twice for the garden. You do not think it needs an apology. According to the Statistics Bureau's 2020 census, Mino has a population of approximately 19,000, declining since the 1990s. IKEA listings start at $6,000. Renovated heritage townhouses list between $55,000 and $120,000. Fixed asset tax runs $700 to $1,400 per year. The nearest hospital is in Seiki, 20 minutes by car. NTT fiber is available. Gifu City is 50 minutes by local rail. From Gifu, the Shinkansen places Nagoya at 19 minutes and Osaka at roughly 80 minutes. The honest complication is the building itself. Traditional Machiya townhouses are narrow, deep, and built on a climate logic that most Americans have not lived inside. One buyer described it as taking 3 months to understand which rooms were meant to be used in winter. He didn't frame it as a problem, but he said the adjustment is real and longer than expected. Mino is for the person who finds beauty in constraint and wants to live inside a building with an actual history. Not for anyone who needs an open floor plan or central air from day one. The last town on this list has no heritage strip, no craft tradition, and no particular desire to be discovered. It is just priced like the math finally broke. Toei, Yachi Prefecture. Toei is one of the most remote municipalities in a prefecture known for Toyota and global industry. That contrast is not an accident. It is a warning and an opportunity at the same time. A timber town in northern Aichi, Toei built its economy on forest, logging, and mills. The mills slowed. The families moved to Nagoya. What remained is the forest, the gorge, and a population of 3,700 that is aging faster than it is being replaced. The town's response is practical, a formal program documented on an English-language town website that offers vacant homes, land, and a cash settlement to households willing to relocate. The honesty of that offer is rare enough to be worth noting. Picture this. You are at the edge of the Toei Gorge in August. The drop is serious, a real cliff falling to white water. The sound of the river fills everything around you. Behind you, a 2-story house with a metal roof sits on a cleared lot, empty for 3 years. The key is at the town office. Nobody has asked for it this month. According to Toei's official town records and 2020 census data, the population stands at approximately 3,700. Vacant homes through the program start at $3,000. The relocation subsidy reaches $18,000 for families with children, per the town's 2025 documentation. Fixed asset tax is under $300 per year on most properties. The nearest hospital is in Shinshiro, 45 minutes by car. Mobile broadband covers most residential areas. Fiber is limited to select streets. Road access from Toyohashi takes approximately 90 minutes. What nobody tells you is that Toei's remoteness is not poetic, it is structural. Mountain roads ice in winter. In heavy rain years, the gorge floods and road access can be cut. One American couple who moved to this area wrote that the second winter was harder than the first, not because of cold, but because of isolation that compounds when you cannot leave for 3 days and the nearest store is 40 minutes away in clear conditions. They stayed, but they said staying in year 2 was a different decision than arriving. Toei is for the genuinely self-sufficient household, the remote worker with satellite backup, the couple who already knows how to grow food. Not for anyone whose idea of isolation was formed on a weekend camping trip. There is no next town. There is only the next question, which is not which town, but whether you are the kind of person who turns a calculation into a decision. The towns on this list are real. The prices are real. The friction is real. The rest is yours.